Hello students, today I'm going to teach you how to factor general trinomials. General trinomials can be classified into two ways. This is a trinomial in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is equal to 1, and trinomial in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 1. So here are the examples of trinomials of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is equal to 1. If you're going to take a look at the example, the first terms are all x squared, meaning the first term has only a number of 1. Now, these are the steps in factoring this trinomial. Find two factors with a product equal to the last term of the trinomial and a sum equal to the middle term, or b, of the trinomial. Write the factored form of the trinomial following the pattern: x plus minus first quarter times the quantity of x plus minus the second quarter. Factor. Let's have an example. Let's factor x squared plus 7x plus 10. So again, let's first identify the a, b, and c. For this given, our a is always 1. B is 7, and C is 10. As said in step number 1, we're going to find two factors with a product equal to the last term. So our last term is 10. We're going to think the factors of 10. For C, which is 10, we're going to make table and be 7. Now we're going to list the factors of 10. We have 1 times 10, 2 times 5. That's it. Now we're going to add the factors of 10. 1 plus 10, 2 plus 5. And now we're going to look for the answer that is like in B, which is 7. 1 plus 10 is 11. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Since 2 plus 5 is 7 and 2 times 5 is 10, we're going to choose the factors 2 and 5. We're just going to write here x, because the variable is x, plus 2 times the quantity of x plus 5. This is now the factor. Since the sign of b and c is both positive, the sign of the factor is also both positive. You can also write this as x plus 5, or the quantity of x plus 5 times the quantity of x plus 2, as long as the sign are not changed. Let's have another example. Factor x squared plus 2x minus 15. This time, our c is negative 15 and our b is positive 2. Meaning we're going to have two different signs, one positive and one negative. For negative 15, what are the factors that when we multiply is negative 15? We're going to write here negative 1 times 15, or 1 times negative 15. We can also write here 3 times negative 5, and negative 3 times 5. Next is, we're going to choose from this factor that when we added, the answer is positive 2. Negative 1 plus 15, the answer is not 2, obviously. 1 plus negative 15. The answer is not 2 also. 3 plus negative 5. The answer is 2. But since the negative sign is in 5, which is larger than 3, the answer will be negative 2. With that, obviously, the answer is negative 3 plus 5, which is equal to 2. We're going to choose this factor. Then we're going to write here x minus 3 times the quantity of x plus 5. Or you can also write x plus 5 times the quantity of x minus 3. So this is the factors of x squared plus 2x minus 15. Next, let's have x squared minus 5x minus 24. Okay, again, we have now here negative 5 and negative 24. C is negative 24 and B is negative 5. Now, if we're going to list all the factors of negative 24, it is so many. So now, let's think what are the numbers that when we multiply, the answer is negative 24. And when we added, the answer is negative 5. Okay, let's take a list of some of the factors. Okay, let's start with, how about 3? 3 times negative 8. When we add this, we have 3 plus negative 8. The answer is negative 5. So this is what we need. We're now going to write here x plus 3 times the quantity of x minus 8, or x minus 8 times the quantity of x plus 3. This is the factor of x squared minus 5x minus 24. Another one, we have x squared plus 6x plus 14. Since we have here positive 14 and positive 6, we're now going to have positive factors only. C is 14 and B is 6. So what the numbers when we multiply is 14, and when we add is 6. 14 has only few factors, so we can write list all. We have 1 times 14, then we have 2 times 7. 1 plus 14 is not equal to 6, since 1 plus 14 is 15. 2 plus 7 is 9. If we're going to see, or if you're going to look at the answers or our solutions, we cannot find here a B, which is 6. If that's the case, x squared plus 6x plus 14 is not factorable. We cannot factor this. Next, let's have examples of trinomials of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 1. This time, we now have numbers in the first term greater than 1. So, example, we have here 6x squared minus 5x minus 6 and 3x squared plus 17x plus 10. There are different ways or method to solve trinomials of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 1. We have there the trial and error, the AC method, and the slide divide bottoms up. Trial and error and the AC method are the usual method you can see in the book on how to solve these trinomials ax squared plus bx plus c where a is not equal to 1. So this time, I'm going to show you another way, which is the slide divide bottoms up, which is quite more easier than the trial and error and the AC method. Let's have an example. Factor 6x squared minus 5x minus 6. The first step is slide. So I'm going to write here 6x squared minus 5x minus 6. Slide is the first term, meaning the first term, you're going to slide it in the last term and multiply. So I'm going to write here slide. So we're now going to have here 6 times 6 is equal to 36. Next is we're going to bring down x squared minus 5x minus, instead of 6, we're now going to use 36. And then we're going to factor using ax squared plus bx plus c where a is equal to 1. We're now going to think of a number that when we multiply is negative 36 and when we add it is negative 5. The answer will be 9 and 4. 9 times 4 is 36. But since the middle term is negative, we need to put the negative sign in the larger factor, which is 9. This is now negative and this is positive. Next, after that, we now get the factor. We're now going to divide. So, using this 6, we're going to use this as the divisor of 9 and 4. If we cannot divide it, we can lowest term. So, I'll write here divide or lowest term. Okay. X minus, 9 divided by 6, we cannot divide it, but they have the common factor, which is 3. So, 9 divided by 3, the answer is 3. We're now going to write here x minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then x plus 4 over 6. 4 over 6, we cannot also divide it, but they have the common factor, which is 2. So 4 divided by 2, let's write here x plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now, I'm going to write here over here. So we have here x minus 3 over 2. And then x plus 2 over 3. We cannot write this as the factor. Since this is a fraction, we're now going to use the bottoms up. We're now going to put the denominator in front of x. That is what we call the bottoms up. So the factor is 2x minus 3 and 3x plus 2. If you're going to solve it using the FOIL method, the answer will be 6x squared minus 5x minus 6. Let's have another example. We have 3x squared plus 17x plus 10. So this one is quite easy because the sign are both positive. So again, we're going to rewrite 3x squared plus 17x plus 10. I'm going to slide 3 over 10. And when I multiply 3 times 10, the answer is 30. Bring down x squared plus 17x plus the 30. And then I'm going to factor. Factor the numbers that when I multiply is 30 and when I added is 15, the answer is 15 and 2. So both are positive. Now I'm going to use 3 as a divisor of 15 and 2. 15 divided by 3, we have an exact answer which is 5. And x plus x divided by 2 divided by 3, I cannot divide 2 by 3. They have no common factor, so I'm going to bottoms it up. So we have 3x plus 2. This is now the factor. Next is factor 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Same procedure, 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Slide. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down x squared plus 5x minus 6. And then I'm going to factor this. The factors are x, 1 positive and 1 negative because we have here 1 positive and 1 negative. Two numbers that when you multiply is negative 6 and when added is positive 5. The answer is 6 and 1. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. 6 plus negative 1 is positive 5. Then I'm going to divide it by 2. X plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that is x plus 3. 1/2 cannot be simplified anymore. So I'm going to put it in front of x. And that's the factor. 3x squared minus 17x plus 10. This time, we have here minus and plus. So we're going to have two negative factors. 3x squared minus 17x plus 10. Slide, the answer is 30. Bring down x squared minus 17x plus 30. And then we're going to factor x minus, two numbers that when you multiply is 30 and when added is negative 17. The answer is 15 and 2. Or you can have x minus 2, then x minus 15. Then we're going to divide 15 by 3 and 2 by 3. X minus 15 divided by 3, we have exact 5. 2/3, we cannot simplify it anymore. So put 3 in front of x. So we have 3x minus 2. And that's it. Thank you. I hope you learned new lesson for today. God bless everyone and take care.